Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been literally forever. I think it was like maybe like 9-10 months, which is crazy because I literally in my last video was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna post more often, blah, blah, blah. I lied. I'm sorry, I lied. But anyway, there's your girl Jay, or Jayla, or J Gucci, or whatever you want to call me. And today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little get ready with me, but also I want to talk about what it was like to see today. I only got to see NCT 127 in concert. It's my first time ever seeing them. The last time I could not get tickets. Like, it was hard to get tickets. I still can't believe I got tickets to this one. But like, I live on the East Coast, but I don't live in Newark, so it was a long trip. I was gonna try to vlog, but as you can tell, I suck at vlogging and all of that stuff. So I'll put in little clips that I took that I was like, I'm a vlog, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna put them in there, but yeah, I sucked at it. So you'll just be getting little snippets of me trying the vlog, and also, you know, of course you'll get concert videos. But yeah, first, to start off, let's talk about the prep for the concert as I prep my face. First off, I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury magic cream. It's really hydrating and stuff. Also, ignore my pimple. I've been trying to get rid of it. It literally came out of nowhere like 3 days ago, but I need it gone. Prep for the concert. First off, they did not give like any prep realistically. Like, it was like on a Saturday or Sunday when they announced it, and then they were like, tickets go on sale on Tuesday, and I was like, what? Like, why did you wait? Why are you just now, you know, like, why are you just now telling people? So yeah, like, thankfully I had the money already, but like, I was like, why would you only give like 3 or 4 days for someone to be able to like afford a concert? But you know, like, I had my money saved because I knew they were gonna tour, and I had a feeling it would be in Newark. So I was just like, okay, you know what, I will save as much as I can to go, right? So then here comes ticketing day, the day the tickets go on sale, right? Literally, I got out of work early and everything. Like, I didn't like leave work early, but like, I got out of work early and I was like, all right, I need to really make sure I can get these tickets, right? I sat in the queue for an hour. An hour. Let that sink in. And then when I finally was there, like, all the tickets were gone. So I was freaking out because I was like, I need to see haechennies, bro. How am I gonna see haechennies, right? Of course, basically, it was just a bunch of scalpers bought all the tickets, like, right when they came out, right? So I had to buy resale tickets, which was not fun, but it's okay. So yeah, I bought the tickets for me and a friend, and then I got the hotel as well, and we drove. So I have never driven that long in my life, but I drove that because I was like, I need to see haechennies. But yeah, so like, I bought the tickets. It cost me an arm and a leg, literally like a paycheck and a half, but I digress. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make this drive. And my friend, she thankfully was willing to go with me because like some other plans fell through. So like, I got her ticket too. So it was really an arm and a leg. Like, I really paid a lot of money to go. Let's fast forward to the day of while I do my eyebrows. But yeah, I took off days, and I was like, okay, I'll only take off. Realistically, I took off that Thursday. I took off that Thursday, and Wednesday I went to work. So like, I work I don't want to tell you exactly where I work. I don't need to know where I am, but like, I work in the city, and I live in the county, so it's like a 30 or so minute drive. It is currently 8:51. I have about 20 minutes until I get my first student, and then I work with students until 2, and then we'll be on our way to get my friend. And then I had to go pick up my friend, and my friend lives like 45 minutes from my job in the opposite direction than the way that we were going. All right, y'all. So I just made it at my friend's house. I had to pick her up, and then we're gonna get some food. So like it was like an hour and a half in the opposite direction, and then the like 4-ish hours to get there in the first place. Okay, I did my other eyebrow just because it was faster off camera. I don't know why I always make my eyebrows like really blocky first, but I guess honestly when you think about it, it's better to like do it this way and then thin it out than it already be thin and you not have anything to work with. But yeah, so let's talk about this hotel, right? So the hotel, it wasn't that bad. I've really never really been to like hotels like that. Also, I'm doing underneath my eyebrows right now. But yeah, like ours wasn't raggedy, but like, you know, it wasn't like the absolute best. But it was okay. We were like on the side of the highway, which is what was really funny. So like when we were first getting there, I missed the turn and I had to like ride the highway back around to get to the actual place, which was kind of crazy because I was like, we're like on the highway, and we were literally like 4 or 5 minutes from the Prudential Center. But basically, we got there the day before. Got there at like 7 or 8 o'clock, and we were like, okay, what are we gonna do like for the day of? Because again, like my friend, she's a carrot, so she's a 17 stan. She's not a seasonee yet, but she's a carrot. So she was like, you know, like what's the plan and stuff like that. And I was telling her about a couple things that I felt like are gonna be like really important. And I was like trying to play like music for her in the car when we were coming, being like, okay, hey, like this is gonna be the playlist, this, that, and the third, blah blah blah, right? So then the day of comes, right? And I'm anxious, I'm scared, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm gonna see Haechan today. I was freaking out because I'm like it didn't really sink in. Honestly, realistically, it didn't sink in that I was gonna see them until they came down this like came out, and I was like, whoa, you're in my face. But before then, I at no time, it was kind of just like I'm doing things, like my head was just out of there, not thinking really, right? But my friend, she had told me the day before that she still had to work like online, but that she had to work, so we had to like wait a little bit. We couldn't go like really early, but I was like, okay, we don't really need to go early anyway, because like it's like thankfully the seating is not like, it wasn't standing pit, it was seated pit. So we had tickets, we were gonna be there no matter what. It didn't really matter what time we got there as long as we still had our seats. But then this is where things get like kind of crazy, right? So like I said, me and my friend, we had decided like, okay, you know, like we don't really need to be there early. Like I was like, you know, we can probably leave at like 2 or something, because like doors open at like 6. So you know, like we don't really need to be there early, right? But then I wake up in the morning because I forgot about like merch and stuff, right? And I wake up that morning and everybody is like my mutuals on Twitter, they're all like, oh my gosh, like there's a line already for merch. And I'm like, no way are y'all, like, are people already like in line for merch? Because I was like, you know, like, one of the most important things about going to a concert is like getting merch and stuff, right? Yeah. I'm like, wait, why are y'all out there at 10 a.m.? You know, right? Like, cause I'm like, I'm just waking up and y'all out there at 10 a.m. And they're all like, oh, we went to go get merch. And they're like, you know, like, we were the first couple of people in the line because merch line starts at 12, right? So I messaged one of my mutuals, Ari. She's so nice, so great. My savior. And I was like, Ari, girl, like, I'm not gonna be able to get there at that time. Could you possibly get a shirt or something for me? And, you know, like, I'll cash at you. Because, like, I don't know if I'll see you at the concert, right? And, you know, like, and I'll just pick it up from you from wherever. And she was like, yeah, girl, sure. So she got the shirt for me. But yeah, so I'm like freaking out a little bit because, you know, it's like 10, 11 o'clock. And then my friend is like, oh, actually, I don't have to work, right? But again, like, I'm not dressed. Like, I'm just freaking out, you know, not dressed, nothing at all. Just was sitting there, and I was like, you know what, let's just still leave at the same time. Also, I used the NARS soft mat. It's so good. I wore this at the concert too, and we'll get into that actually. Yeah, we'll wait. But yeah, so I'm like, you know what, let's just still wait because, like, I want to, like, make sure my makeup is the best and all that stuff, you know, this, that, and the third, right? So then we didn't really start getting dressed till like 12 or so. So we leave at 2 or so, right? And then we got there probably 2:15 because it was, you know, hella people out, as I'm not surprised. So we get there and there's this long line for merch. And I was like, okay, you know what? We can stand in this line. It's probably doable. Oh, also, let me talk about my outfit first, actually. So I decided I wanted to be like really, really cutesy. Or not cutesy, what am I talking about? I want to be sexy. Because I was like, if I'm gonna go see Haechennies, and it's my first Neo concert, and I see how the girls are on Twitter, I need to be cute. I need to be dripped down, right? So I spent months trying to figure out what I wanted to wear, and I wanted to like match a theme, but I ended up not doing like the theme really that well. I really tried. Also, I'm using the Sephora collection concealers. I like them. They're pretty thick, so like I kind of like let them sit for a little bit. But yeah, I was like, I want to wear something like cutesy, but like not too cutesy. I still want to look like sexy. So I got this FUBU, it's from Forever 21 collection, but it's FUBU, because I wanted to do two baddies, right? So it was a FUBU, like, regular shirt, and I cropped it, kind of like I cropped this, and then I wore a swimsuit top underneath. Like, I bought a FUBU swimsuit set. I bought the top, and then I bought the, like, not pants, the, you know, like, swimsuit bottoms, and then I wore a, like, beige skirt, and I kind of wore like the skirt part, or I wore the part of like the swimsuit bottom higher, you know, like how the girls are wearing it now, kind of like Y2K-ish, because I was like, you know, like Two Baddies kind of gives Y2K a little bit, so I did that. But then here's the kicker, here's where I was dumb, right? I was like, you know what, I can bear it, I'll be okay. Why did I wear heels? Like heels, like I was wearing, like, they weren't stilettos, but you know, like they were like platform heels. I was fine until we stood in the merch line. So like if we didn't stand in the merch line and I like sat down somewhere, I probably could have wore the heels the entire concert. But by the time we were at the end of the merch line, the shoes were off. Not even in the venue yet, and the shoes were off, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have should have just caved and wore something else. But also, the last time I went to a concert, when I saw EXO in 2015, I was short. Like, I needed a way to see because I was so short. So I was like, you know, like, that day, I wore, like, the little, like, you know, like, wedge heels. Again, I was, like, 16. I wore, like, wedge heels, and I was fine. In other concerts I've gone, I've worn, like, wedge heels. I should have just gotten, like, wedge heels instead of, like, heels, but I wanted to look cute. I wanted to take pictures. At the end of the day, it didn't matter because I was basically waterboarded because it rained that hard. Like, I was wearing a mask.
Wow. Wow. Period.
And me and my friend wore masks because we were like, we don't really know, you know, like what people are doing. And again, I work with children, so I was like, you know, like I don't want to get them sick and everything like that. So I wore a mask, and you know, like I just really like proofed my makeup to make sure I'd be okay. But it was raining so hard that my mask was literally like attached to my face. My makeup came completely off my face. It was a mess. But yeah, so I like we're standing in line. We get into the venue for merch, right? And the cool thing was while we were buying the merch, I got 2 shirts, this one and another one. And then you know, I gave my mutual money for the other shirt, and she had gotten that one for me, but I wanted to get like other stuff. And also I needed batteries for my extra meal bomb, which ended up not working, but whatever. But while we were in there, we could hear Illy Chill. We could hear them sound checking for Favorite, and I was like, ooh, whoa, because that's my favorite. Like that's like my favorite title track at this point. Like nobody's listening to Favorite more than me, but they were sound checking it, and I was like, whoa, and I could tell they were sound checking, like it was real. But after that, I saw a bunch of my mutuals, which was really cool. And then we got in line for the early entrance because I didn't know that the tickets I bought on resale for me and my friend were early entrance tickets. So we got in like an hour or so earlier, and we got to sit down. It was really, really cool. We met some really cool people, and it was really cool. There was this girl that sat next to me. I think she was a Korean fan, and she was like, oh, I went to LA and saw them there. And she was like telling me like what side haechen's gonna be on. She was like, oh girl, she like, cause I was in section C. If you know you were at the concert, section C, it was where it was at. We were lit on that side. But she was like, oh, haechen's not gonna come to this side often because he's usually on the opposite side, like even like Love Sign, Tails on this side and haechen's on the other side. I was like, oh, you know, like that's fine, like, you know, I like all the members, I don't care. We'll talk about that when I get to the actual concert. But like everyone was really cool. Like we were drinking. Like my friend, she got us like, we got beers. We were drinking. The girls behind us were really cool because my seat was in front, and because of how the resale tickets were, my friend's ticket was right behind me. So like we weren't next to each other. But yeah. So that's what it was like right before the concert started. And my concealer is blended out. So now I'm gonna do my blush. Using the Rare Beauty blush. I've had this for a year, like a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I'm still using her, and like she's still eating. But yeah, that takes us like right up to the beginning of the concert. Oh no, okay, so my section, I was in the we were like in the very front. I'll put a video right here of how close we were because we were mad close. If you guys wanted to know how close I am to the stage, that's the stage. This is my seat. This is no Zoom. This is me. This is the stage.
No, not this me.
Look at I'm at the stage. We're at the stage.
We're at the stage.
We are at the fucking stage. Been like in the video, I was just in shock. Like when we walked down to see where we were, I literally stopped in my tracks. There was like no way we're like up that close. Like I was shook. But yeah, we were like mad close. And the thing was is that while we were sitting there were like a couple of spots in front of us that there was nobody sitting in, right? The girls behind me that were next to my friend, they were like, all right, well, you know, like if nobody comes in that section, you know, we'll just move, right? I was like, that's fine with me, I don't care. So then the music starts. And the concert begins, right? And here's where it starts getting crazy, right? So like I'm freaking out because I'm like, whoa, wait, like Haechennies is in my face, right? Okay, but right, okay, so this is my Givenchy setting powder that I be using sometimes. I'm gonna use it today because it's the first one I saw. But yeah, I'm like freaking out because I'm like, wait a minute, oh, we actually starting, right? And the first song is Kick It, right? And I knew the first song was gonna be Kick It, and I was freaking out. Like honestly, realistically, I think I blacked out the first 3 songs. Like I didn't register what was going on until Love Song. Realistically, like I couldn't tell you what was going on then. But I have recordings of it, which is even funnier because I wear glasses, like you saw in the beginning. So like I couldn't really see that well because I didn't wear my glasses to the concert, obviously. Because I had my makeup done and stuff, and you know, like I have on lashes and blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. But I was freaking out. But yeah, like I said, like I literally don't remember it. I just remember like Kick It starting, and I think in the video I'm singing. I'm so sorry for all my videos. I'm singing in all of them. But I think I was freaking out, especially when Mark come in and was like, yeah, this food, and a bunch of guys like ate down. He ate down. Like I was freaking out. And then like I was so used to the Korean set list, like by that point I already knew like the entire set list, but like I was freaking out because they did Cherry Bomb next. And I was like, whoa, like it was really like a double punch. Like I didn't expect that to happen next. So then I really was out of it because I'm like, oh my god, like I'm seeing Cherry Bomb happen in front of me. I'm seeing Johnny do the do 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 do. And then I'm like, I literally seeing Haechan do his little dance in front of me. Yeah, like I was freaking the frick out, right? So then after that, they did Lemonade too. I remember that. I remember Lemonade. Because in the video I did the "Today come to us you," like. I remember that. And also in my videos, I had like major Haechan tunnel vision. Like I'm actually mad proud of myself. I can't believe most of my videos are just Haechan. Like I was just looking at him. Like it was serious for me. But then I was like, okay, like thinking, cause like the girls behind me, one of the girls, she was like she didn't really know NCT like that. So she was like, didn't know the set list. She was like, oh, what's next? What's next? Like I was telling her what's next and stuff, right? So then, you know, like Love Song, everything comes on, right? You guys ready? Right? And I was like, oh crap, next is Love Sign, right? So remember, I told you, the girl told me that like, oh, Haechan stays on the left side, so like my right. so the opposite side. She's like, oh, he likes to be on that side for love sign, like, because they're like supposed to be like split up, right? Why did y'all do love sign in the center? Like, he was in my, like, he wasn't like directly in front of me, but like he was like in the center, not really far to the left. And I was like, exactly. And I think it's because the girl in front of me, who's my mutual now, which is really funny, but she and her friend were from the UK, and they were like in the very front, and they held up a sign, and it was like, we came all the way from the UK, and she's done like fan signs and stuff, or fan calls. So like, he's seen her before. In like section C where we were, that was like headshot heavy. Like, we were sunflowered out. Like, he stayed in that section. And I was like, period, exactly, just for us, right? So love sign goes on, and I'm freaking out. And then I think the next important like part, because again, like, it was going by so fast. I just remember when focus started, and I was like, oh my gosh, because the girl behind me, she was like, she was also a little bit older. She was like, oh, you know, like, tell me when it's Johnny Solo. She was like, tell me when it's time for Johnny Solo. So then, like, when I hear like, dude, I was like, girl, this is it, this is. And she was like, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so ready, right? Yeah, like, the part that was really killing me was that it wasn't focused. It was after that, like, because again, like, they stayed in section C. Like, even if it wasn't just the front, like, when they moved further back, my mutuals were in the back section of section C, where the like actual like bigger stage is, and they stayed on their side too. But I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, like, they're like really staying over here, right? Because we were high, we were having fun, we was drunk, we was chilling, right? But then here comes where I had to fight for my life, right? So then here comes this damn sign ball toss, right? I told my friend, I said, girl, look, the goal is Hechon. If he comes and he throws a ball, I'm so sorry, like, we gotta get it, right? Hechon didn't come to our side, which is fine. But my mutual that was on the other side, she's a tail stand. She caught his ball. Which I was like, oh my gosh, congrats, right? But so my friend, she okay, I have to remember. Okay, so this is what happened, right? Me and my friend, we were like on the back end side of the actual like section, right? But and this is why I keep telling people, like, you don't have to push forward, try to get a ball. They'll throw it farther back, right? So Doyoung threw a ball, and my friend caught it, right? And everybody in the section was pissed because, again, like, when we were talking, they knew that my friend was not a citizen. She wasn't a seasonee. So the idea that she caught a ball, they're like, okay, right? Especially the Korean fans in our section. We had a lot of classmates in our section, but then here comes Taeyong, right? Here goes Taeyong. And I had on these green nails. Look, I got one right next to me. I'm about to show you. On these bright green nails, right? They're like pretty long, right? And again, like, I don't know why people act like they can't see you. They can see you. Actually, like, our section was actually not that big or full of people. So I'm further back, and I have my needle in my hand in one side, and on the other side is my hands, right? My nails. So I'm like look here, like really high up, right? And I think he saw my nails because he looked at me and he threw the ball to me, right? So me, like, I didn't catch it because of my nails, right? But me and the girl behind me, this girl was a little bit further behind me, we were like tussling for that joint, right? But then the ball went underneath, and my friend got it for me. And I was like, you're so good. Like, because, like, again, she was right behind me. So when the ball went underneath, she got it, right? So here I am sitting here. And we traded because she likes Taeyong now. But yeah, I was like, oh, Taeyong really saw me. Like, he saw me. And he threw that ball to me, right? Like, no parasocial. Like, he saw me, he threw that ball to me because we were further enough back. So, but the thing is, is that my mutual, she was like, I love Taeyong now. And I was like, okay. And again, like, if you know anything about me, like, I used to be Miss Do-young is, like, I was Do-young down. So it's like, I could trade for you. I was like, I could swap with you. Like, I love Do-young too. Like, I don't really care. And she's like, okay. So I have Do-young's signed ball, and she has Taeyong's. It's just really funny because we caught each other's, right? So then there's that. And I think that was just really funny because then the girl in front of me, she was Taeyong, and she caught the ball, the Korean girl. It was really nice to me. And she was like, oh, girl, do you want to move up now? And I was like, huh? And she was like, yeah, I just wanted to catch Taeyong's signed ball. And she literally moved to the back of the section. And she was like, all right, move up, right? So then I went from being like a little further back, like the barricade is here, and I'm like a little further back, to basically being like the barricade. And I was like, what the hell, right? And but this was like towards the end of the show. I'm gonna put in more like clips of like the stuff in between. I was kind of sad because when they did favorite, the favorite is like further up, so like I couldn't really see. Oh no, you know what I do need to talk about was actually let me do my eyeliner first, and then I'll come back and talk about it. Okay. I don't know why my my camera keeps glitching, but whatever. So basically what happened was that I they were doing Back to You, and they did like a little walk. And then Do-young was in front of me, right? He was like in our section. So I'm like recording. I have video of it because it's really funny. But like I was recording Do-young because I'm like, Do-young is in my face, right? And then all I see is like someone my friend is like tapping me, and she's like, Jay, turn. And I was like, what? And I turned, and Haechennies is like looking straight into our section, right? So I screamed, and I was like, ah, right? And I guess because our session was quiet, I don't know, but he heard me and he looked me straight in my face. And I was like, "Are you looking at me? This is not supposed to be real. This is not supposed to be real." I was like, this is not supposed to be real. Also, I'm gonna be doing my lining my lips. But I'm like, this is not supposed to be real. You're supposed to just never perceive me. But there I was, perceived. Like, that freaked me out. I was like, why are you perceiving me? Right? But that freaked me out. I literally posted that everywhere on planet Earth. Because I was like, not me literally being perceived. But yeah, so there was that. And then the whole rest of the concert, you know, I was kind of just chilling. Especially because they weren't like in my section, which is fine. And then we get to the end of the concert, and here's why I got pissed, because there were hella people coming out of nowhere, and these were sasaengs, like real deal sasaengs, coming up and then just trying to sneak their. Also, I'm using this tint I got from like the K-pop store. It's Peri Para. I like it. It's actually like really pretty, like a dark kind of mauvey color. And it looks like that. But we get to the end of the concert, and then there's like a bunch of sasaengs there, and they're like pushing, trying to get forward with their huge cameras. And I was like, I can't believe this is real. Like, I mean, like, I knew it was real, but I'm like, you're really in my face trying to push me out the way. Okay, so the reason I recorded this is because I was trying to get their faces so I could remember who they were, but I didn't turn far enough. But that's the sasaengs next to me, and I'm kind of hefty, so I'm like, move. So I was trying to literally tell them to move, but then the crazy part was like, they're literally doing ending mints and stuff, and all I see is like the security guard, because again, I'm at the barricade by this point. Like, I see the security guard, and he's like, move. And I was like, who's he talking to? And he was talking to the girls next to me, because they had those huge cameras, and he was like, you know, you're not supposed to have that in here, get out. And I was like, oop, oop. And this is literally like Haechennies and them are like doing their man and they're getting kicked out. And I was like, whoa. Like, it was really funny, because then like on the other side, like I've seen like a viral like Twitter video of them literally getting like dragged out, and that basically happened on my side too. Like, they were getting like dragged out, like they're like, get out. But yeah, that happened, and then the ending mint happened, and then I was just sad. But then that was that. And we went back to the hotel. It was like 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. The next morning, I drove back and then went to work. It was a fun experience. I haven't been to a concert since EXO, like a K-pop concert since EXO in 2015. So this was literally 7 years in the making. I hope they come back next year. I will be going. I don't care where they are. And I feel like, as a challenge to myself, I'm gonna try not to record as much. Again, I also was not wearing my glasses, so I did a lot of recording because I couldn't see. Like, I literally couldn't see. But next time I'll wear my glasses. I will also next time check the weather so I'm not drenched upon. But yeah, and then this is the final look. I was gonna put on more blush, but I don't really feel like I need it. But this is the final look. I feel like it looks really good and glowy, which I love. And yeah, that was my experience seeing NCT. 10 out of 10, would enjoy it again. Yeah. And sorry this video is unnecessarily long, but I had a lot to talk about. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.